guys, I'm Bianca and welcome back to Binks Thinks. So if you are new here, I am doing Project TBR Zero, where I try to read all of the physical books on my shelves. At the start of this challenge, I had 350 unread books. This is my month 6 update, and I started this month with 333 unread books. If you'd like to see the other videos in this series, I do have a playlist if you'd like to watch from the beginning, or if not, start here. I follow pretty much the same format. I just give you updates on the books I've read, that I own, that I don't own, books I unhauled, and any new books that I bought. So today I thought I would start with new books that I bought in June of 2024. So the first new book I bought was The Getaway List by Emma Lord. I really enjoyed Tweet Cute by her, and then I've read You Have a Match and Begin Again as well. I do also own When You Get the Chance, and I believe this was the only other book of hers that I did not own. I read Begin Again the previous month. I think it was in my May update, so I was really in a mood to read her other books, so that is why I bought this one. I did also buy Blue Sisters by Coco Melors. I don't actually know why I bought this book, other than I own Cleopatra and Frankenstein and they both look really good, so this is on my kind of TBR for the end of the year to actually read one of her books to see whether I like them or not. This was also around the time I was realizing, hey, stop buying books from authors that you haven't read yet. And I also made like that whole big spreadsheet where I show all of the books that I own by the same author and books in series. So you'll notice that there's a bit of a pattern there where I do buy books from the same author and in series, even if I have not read them all or haven't started it. So that is a reading habit that I've noticed, or I guess a buying habit, since there's not much reading happening there. But anyway, picked it up, noticed it, and I'm trying to not do that anymore, and I haven't, but I did in June. So next, I bought Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. So this is her newest release, and this is also the only book of hers that I have not actually read yet, but it's currently spring and the pink is giving spring vibes, so it will probably be read pretty soon. Don't know much about this other than I think this is again like a STEMinist. Yeah, I've loved all of her books that I've read so far. Most recently I read Bride, which was a bit of a paranormal romance from her, which was new, but loved it. I had a great time, so very much looking forward to this one, and this is putting me in the mood to want to read this, so we'll see. And those were all of the books that I bought. So yeah, I did go up by 3 books, and in June I was quite busy at work, so I didn't read a ton, but I'll show you the books that I did end up reading. The first book that I finished in June was The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston, and I absolutely loved this book. Oh my gosh, it just made me so happy and sad and all of the feelings. It's about a girl who can see ghosts, and that is one of my favorite concepts ever. I loved The Medium TV show. I loved Ghost Whisperer. I also loved, is that also called Medium? The whatever the Ghost series is by Meg Cabot. I ate that up and I still do. So this is, yeah, it was so good. I loved everything about it. And because I loved everything about this one, I then also read The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I have also actually read like her other books, the Geekerella series. Those were the first books by her that I ever read. I think like not many people actually have read any of her other books, and they just read these adult romance novels, but I do recommend her other ones. I actually want to reread the Geekerella series, especially after reading these ones. This is another magical realism story, and this one is kind of like The Lake House with Sandra Bullock and what's his name? Keanu Reeves. Wow, that took me way too long. But yeah, it's kind of gives me that sort of vibe. And he's a chef, she's like an artist. It just gave me all of the happy feelings in the world. So yes, highly recommend both of these books if you have not read them yet. She's one of my favorite authors officially now, and I did already own both of those books, so yeah. Then I finally started the Caraval series by Stephanie Garber, and I'm very impressed with myself that I finally managed to start this. I had really high expectations of these books, so I was kind of putting it off, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm currently on the third book, but let's just stick to this first one. So it's like about two sisters who get invited to this like magical game called Caraval, and it was just so good. I loved it. I loved Scarlet, and this is my favorite book so far. Like I said, I have not finished the third book yet, but yes, I had a great time reading it. I read it so quickly. I think I read it in like 2 or 3 days, and it has been a while since a book has absorbed me like that. So yes, it's very easy to read, and just the imagery is beautiful. So if you have not read the series yet, you should. I think this month was just a generally great reading month for me. I knew that I would not be able to read a lot of books, so I made good choices. Next up, I read 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. So she's the author of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and this was not as good as that, I'd say, but I also had a great time. So this is about 6 friends trapped on, I think it's like an RV for a night. So this is all set in the span of 24 hours. So this kept me on the edge of my seat. I was initially a bit bored at the beginning, but then it really picked up and I really enjoyed the ending. So I would recommend this one if you have not checked it out yet. Again, Holly Jackson is probably one of my favorite authors, so this was a pretty good pick for me. And I also listened to the audiobook of this. The audiobooks for her books are really, really good. So if you're an audiobook person, definitely check them out. And the final book I read in June was Wayward by Amelia Hart. So this is an interesting story because it follows 3 women from the same family but in like different times, so it like goes in between different timelines. So it's a bit of modern, a bit of historical fiction, and I loved it. It was so good. Again, amazing. This was all also in autumn down in the southern hemisphere, so these were all really great reads for autumn. But yeah, if you enjoy practical magic or anything along those vibes, I would say check this one out. It's good, and isn't the cover beautiful too? That's pretty much it for June. I did not unhaul any books, and I did not end up reading any other books, so that's pretty good. I just read 5 books that I own. I did not read any other ebooks or audiobooks. Like I said, I was very particular about which books I picked because I knew I was not going to have a lot of time, and it ended up working out really, really well. So I did not budge the total much though because of those 3 books that I bought. So my new total is 331 books after 6 months. I didn't even manage to read 20 books, but I have made more progress since then. So stay tuned for my other video updates. Hopefully they'll be out soon. These videos do just take me a bit of time to film and edit and everything, and it was a bit noisy today, but I'm just going with it because I haven't had time to film in a while. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave me a lemon or a ghost emoji down in the comments in honor of Ashley Poston's book. So lemon for 7 Year Slip and a ghost for the Dead Romantics. I also made a playlist for the Dead Romantics, and I'm planning on making a playlist for the 7 Year Slip as well. Let me know if you watched that video and if you enjoyed the music. I've been enjoying making playlists. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out the other videos in this series. Give this video a like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. Thank you so much. Keep reading, Inklings. I'll see you next time. Bye.